Have you ever felt that moment, a sudden, quiet shift, when everything you thought was true begins to unravel? When the beliefs you've held onto for years, maybe even your entire life, suddenly feel fragile, uncertain, or even completely false? What if you could just unplug your mind from all those beliefs, religious, cultural, personal, and see what's left behind? What would happen if you stopped believing? Would you feel free, lost, or something else entirely? This question isn't just philosophical, it's deeply personal. It's a journey many of us face, whether we realize it or not, and it's one that can shake the very foundation of who we think we are. Let me share a story. A few years ago, I found myself lying awake in the middle of the night, heart pounding, mind racing. I was questioning everything I'd been taught about God, about purpose, about what it means to live a good life. The beliefs that once gave me comfort suddenly felt like chains. I was terrified but also strangely curious. What would happen if I let go? What would I become? If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. And in this video, we're going to explore exactly what happens when you stop believing. We'll look at how your brain changes, how your emotions respond, and what new possibilities open up when you unplug your mind from old stories. We'll talk about the challenges, the freedom, and the unexpected gifts that come with stepping into the unknown. By the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective on belief itself, whether you hold it tightly or are ready to question it. You might even find the courage to unplug your own mind just a little and see what lies beyond. Before we dive in, I want to ask you, have you ever questioned a belief that once felt unshakable? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. And stick around because coming up, I'll share an insight that might just change how you see your doubts forever. Let's start by understanding what belief really is. Belief isn't just a mental choice or a simple opinion. It's a complex network inside your brain, formed over years, sometimes decades of experiences, teachings, emotions, and social connections. Think of it like a deeply wired circuit board. When you believe something, your brain activates certain pathways that reinforce that belief, making it feel solid and real. Now, what happens when you stop believing? Does the brain erase those circuits? Not exactly. Instead, it begins to rewire itself. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's amazing ability to change and adapt throughout life. When you unplug from a belief, your brain doesn't lose that connection, it repurposes it. The old pathways don't vanish, they transform. For example, studies have shown that people who have strong religious faith tend to have increased activity in brain regions linked to empathy, intuition, and emotional processing. When those people lose their faith, those same areas don't shut down. Instead, they often become more engaged in other ways, like critical thinking, creativity, or new social connections. Take the story of Sarah, a woman who grew up in a deeply religious family. When she stopped believing in her faith, she initially felt lost and confused. But over time, she found that her brain was rewiring itself. The emotional comfort she once found in prayer began to shift toward meditation and mindfulness. Her intuition stayed strong, but she started using it to explore new ideas and communities. Her brain didn't reject belief, it evolved. Of course, not everyone experiences this the same way. Some people find that letting go of belief brings relief and clarity, while others face anxiety, grief, or even anger. And that's okay. Belief is deeply personal, and the process of unplugging is unique for each person. Some critics argue that belief is essential for mental health and social cohesion, that without it, people might fall into nihilism or despair. While it's true that belief can provide comfort and community, it's also true that many find new, meaningful ways to connect and find purpose without traditional beliefs. So, what does this rewiring mean for you? It means that stopping belief isn't about losing yourself, it's about transforming yourself, and that transformation is just the beginning. Now, as we move forward, let's explore what happens emotionally when you unplug your mind from belief. When you stop believing, you're not just changing your brain's wiring, you're shaking the core of your identity. For many people, beliefs are more than ideas. They're the foundation of meaning, comfort, and belonging. Imagine your beliefs as the walls of a house. When those walls start to crumble, the house feels unstable, and you might feel exposed, vulnerable, or even scared. This emotional fallout is real and profound. People often describe feelings of loneliness, confusion, and grief. It's like mourning the loss of a part of yourself, even if that part was causing pain or doubt. But here's the beautiful paradox. In that space of loss, there is also incredible potential. When the old walls fall away, you have the chance to build a new home, one that reflects who you truly are, not just what you were taught to believe. Psychologists call this process meaning reconstruction. It's the act of creating new purpose and values from the ashes of old beliefs. For some, this means embracing secular humanism, nature, or art. For others, it's about forging new spiritual paths or deepening relationships with friends and family. Consider Michael, who left his religious community after decades of doubt. At first, he felt isolated and adrift, but gradually he found meaning in activism and social justice, causes that aligned with his values. His sense of self didn't disappear, it expanded. He became more connected to the world in a way he never expected. This transformation isn't just emotional, it can also affect your physical health. Studies show that people who find new meaning after losing faith often experience lower stress levels, better sleep, and improved overall well-being. At this point, I want you to pause and reflect. If you stopped believing tomorrow, what would you miss the most? The comfort, the certainty, the community, or would you feel a sense of relief, even excitement at the possibility of a new beginning? Take a moment to really feel that question. Your answer might surprise you. To help you visualize this, imagine a split screen. On one side, someone leaving a familiar place of worship, looking uncertain but hopeful. On the other, the same person joining a new community group, laughing, connecting, and growing. The journey from loss to rediscovery is not linear, but it is deeply human. Now, let's explore how you can navigate this journey and build a new reality after unplugging your mind. So you've unplugged your mind, you've faced the emotional storm, and now you're standing at a crossroads. What next? How do you build a new reality when the old one no longer fits? The truth is, unplugging belief opens a door to incredible opportunity, but it also comes with challenges. First, the opportunity. You get to choose your own path. No longer bound by inherited stories, you can explore new ideas, values, and communities that resonate with your authentic self. This might mean discovering new philosophies, engaging with science, or creating your own rituals that bring you peace and meaning. Here are some practical steps to help you along the way. Seek supportive communities, whether online or in person. Find groups that encourage questioning and growth. Surrounding yourself with open-minded people can ease feelings of isolation. Practice mindfulness and meditation. These tools help you reconnect with your inner self and cultivate calm amidst uncertainty. Explore new sources of wonder. Dive into philosophy, art, nature, or science to find awe and inspiration beyond traditional beliefs. But be aware this path isn't always smooth. You might face resistance from family or friends who don't understand your journey. You might struggle with feelings of anxiety or meaninglessness. These challenges are real, but they're also part of the growth process. Remember, rebuilding takes time. It's okay to feel lost sometimes. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to change your mind again. As you navigate this new reality, keep in mind that unplugging your mind is not about rejecting belief forever. It's about reclaiming the freedom to choose what you believe and why. Now let's zoom out and see how this personal transformation fits into the bigger picture of our world. On a global scale, we're witnessing an unprecedented shift. More people than ever are questioning traditional beliefs, whether religious, political, or cultural. This is not just a trend, it's a profound transformation of how humanity finds meaning and connection. What does this mean for society? For one, it challenges old institutions and narratives that have shaped civilizations for centuries. It also opens the door for new ways of thinking, new communities, and new forms of spirituality or secularism. Philosophers and sociologists are asking, what happens when entire societies unplug from old stories? Will we create a more inclusive, compassionate world? Or will the loss of shared beliefs lead to fragmentation and conflict? The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The act of unplugging belief is a powerful catalyst for change, both personal and collective. If this topic intrigues you, I encourage you to explore related fields like neurotheology, the psychology of meaning, secular spirituality, and existential philosophy. There's a vast universe of ideas waiting for curious minds. Let's take a moment to recap. Today, we explored what happens when you stop believing. We saw how your brain rewires itself, how your emotions respond, and how your sense of self can transform. We talked about the challenges and the opportunities that come with unplugging your mind from old beliefs. The core message is this: stopping belief doesn't mean losing yourself. It means discovering who you really are beneath the stories you've been told. It's a journey of courage, loss, and ultimately freedom. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might be on a similar path. And I want to hear from you. What's one belief you've let go of, and what did you find on the other side? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's unplug our minds together and explore what lies beyond. Thank you for watching. Remember, the light you seek is already inside you. Sometimes, all it takes is the courage to unplug and look.